The cartoon I'm going to tell you now is just like the Mystery Town and has a hidden story behind it, encrypted messages, and most importantly, a great design. In this series, I will tell you the true story of the Owl House, its secrets and unknown details. The story begins with our main character, Luz. She is an outsider character who does not fit in with today's world. As a subtext, this character has a very strange subtext reference to today's world. So wait. With a gateway she discovers in a hut near her home, she crosses into a completely different dimension and meets a strange reality. This is an important detail because the theories will start after this. As Luz searches her way in this unknown world, she meets two new characters, the King and Ada. By the way, my favorite character is the King because he reminds me of my cat. If you have a favorite character, don't forget to write in the comments with the reason. If we return to the subject, this universe is full of magical creatures, and he sees that the place described as Boiling Islands is the rotten body of a gigantic creature. In the light of all these events, there is also Belos, who is introduced as the main enemy and we know as the king of the Boiling Islands. Before Belos ascended to the throne, all humanity lived together, but after he ascended, they were divided into different jokes. The reason for this is that, according to Belos, not everyone can do every spell, and this is inconvenient. These witches are called wild witches. Belos wants to build a civilization of modern and uniform people. The strange thing is that the Boiling Islands, which have a structure similar to today's capitalist system, are like an alternative version of today's modern humanity. We will touch on these theories much later because it is all full of mysteries, as it connects to the dark story of Belos, the background of Ada and the king. And the cartoon series connects to the mysterious town, so we have to go into fine details. I'm sorry to interrupt the story here, because there are many theories in this cartoon series. Don't forget to come to my Discord server for your theory to appear in the next video. You can only like the video in return for this labor, and you can express your opinions about this cartoon series in the comments. If you are still not subscribed to my channel, you can subscribe. Thank you to join members. Don't forget to come to my Discord server for chat and theories, and welcome to my channel and video. Ada is a rogue witch we meet. Adalyn, Ada Clawthorne, is the second main character of Owl House. She is Luz's mentor and King's stepmother. She ran away from home as a teenager after being cursed by her older sister Lilith, a curse that turned her into an owl monster. Ada eventually became the most wanted criminal and the most powerful wild witch in the Boiling Isles until her curse completely neutralized her magic. Ada is a revolutionary but also anti-authoritarian. This is mainly because she doesn't believe in the Day of Unity, and most importantly because anyone can learn and cast any spell they want. The most critical member of this story is actually Adalyn, but this information will be given in the next videos. King Clawthorne is the third main character of the Owl House. He is a young titan who becomes Ada's sidekick, later her stepson and Luz's best friend. Initially, he tried to regain his supposed title and glory as the King of Demons before attempting to discover his family and reunite with them. However, it is later discovered that he is actually the last of the Titans and the son of the Titan whose remains formed the Boiling Isles. Third, this revelation gives King a new outlook on life, and after reflecting on himself, he begins to accept his identity but does not allow it to define him. King's current goal is to protect those he cares about, namely from Emperor Belos and the Collector. He is also my favorite character. However, this character made me think that he really represents a demon. The reason will be explained in the next videos. Luz Noceda is the heroine of Owl House. She is an eager young girl who accidentally stumbles upon a portal to the Boiling Islands. To prove herself as a witch, Luz begins to learn magic under Ada's guidance, even though she has no magical abilities of her own. I regret to inform you that she is one of the homosexual characters. This information is important because in theory, Luz actually represents LGBT individuals and shows us that they are exposed to elements such as being seen as socially maladaptive and excluded. The Boiling Islands are actually an oasis, because LGBT people are not despised and excluded here. For this reason, there are actually places described in the subtext that allow these individuals to live. However, since this information is theoretical and specifically related to King, it will be covered in the next video. Hooty is the main character of the Owl House, a house demon attached to the door of the Owl House, serving as its protector and the house itself. Hooty's origins are currently unknown. When talking about his past, Hooty mentions that it all started with a hunt and that the sky was blood red. He supposedly has a mother, but it is unknown what happened to her or if she is still alive. Teida met Hooty before running into King on an island, and they have been together for at least 8 years. Hooty has stated that Ada tutored him sometime in the past, but the events of that interaction are unclear at best. What is known about Hooty is that he is widely considered annoying and is often the butt of many jokes. Hooty also acts as the guardian of the Owl House, protecting the residents from attack by enemies such as the Assembly Scouts from the Emperor's court. In the episode Watch and Dream, when Luz meets Titan in the in-between realm, something resembling Hooty can be seen in his right eye. While it is not revealed if this is Hooty, this at least implies that it is part of Titan's eye. Hunter, formerly known as the Golden Guardian, is a major character in the House of Owls. Initially portrayed as an enemy, he was Emperor Belos' right-hand man and former head of the Emperor's Council. Hunter was assumed to be Belos' nephew, and as such was dedicated to the cause of ending all wild magic in the realm, but in reality, he is the latest version of the Golden Guard Grim Walkers, created by Belos to serve him faithfully in his mad quest. Emperor Belos is the main enemy of the House of Owls. Originally a human named Philip Wittebine, he came to the Boiling Isles from Gravesfield, Connecticut during the Deadwardian era, mid-1600s, in the human realm, in pursuit of his brother Caleb, who kept a written record of his experiences on the Boiling Isles while trying to find a way back to the human realm. Due to Philip's inherent intense hatred of witches and magic, for which he gained additional resentment due to the alienation caused by the island's prejudice against humans, he would eventually conspire to eliminate the islands and its inhabitants as a whole in order to rid humanity of their supposed evil. To carry out this plot, Philip would assume a new identity as a witch named Belos. He claimed to the witches that he had the ability to speak to the island, that they were abusing magic by mixing it, and that he was the only one who had the right to do so, convinced them, and created a coven system to restrict the witches' use of magic and knowledge. and those who resisted were declared wild witches who would face great penalties. After a while, he was elected Emperor of the Islands, earning the respect and loyalty of all who were unaware of his deception. As emperor, he ruled the islands from his castle, under the protection of his council and the golden guardian Hunter he created, where he would prepare for the Day of Unity, an event in which he hoped to achieve all his goals against the witches. When a human named Luz Nocheda arrived on the islands by fate, Belos sought her out to claim the portal that had brought her to the realm. Although he only managed to obtain fragments of the portal, Belos began to secretly rebuild it, and at the same time launched the Unity Day campaign, ensuring that the demon realm would be destroyed until the portal returned him home. Belos's plan ultimately fails with the release of the Collector, which destroys Belos's physical form. But Belos's remains manage to pass through the portal at the last minute, locking onto Hunter during the escape. With his return to the human realm, leaving him in a weakened state, Belos bided his time before returning to the demon realm and continuing his plan to end all life there. His path once again led him to Hunter, whom he briefly possessed, and despite attempts by Luz and her friends to stop him, Belos managed to return to the demon realm. However, as his monstrous form continued to disintegrate, Belos had to have a new host, Whispers, to survive, allowing him to once again manipulate the Collector in his favor, first by making the trio live their worst nightmares, and then by swaying him to play games with them. He uses this as a distraction to get into Titan's heart, transform into a giant monster, and nearly destroy the Boiling Islands. However, Titan is once again thwarted by a bucked Luz and her friends. Rendered powerless, he tries to feign redemption to Luz, but the boiling rains cause him to dissolve and melt as Eda, King, and Rain crush his remains, ending his reign of terror on the Boiling Islands forever. That's the end of all the characters and the story, but that's really just the basic story for us. The more extensive theories and background stories are on average 5 episodes long. So I have to end this video here to not make it any longer. If you guys have any thoughts and ideas on this topic, don't forget to leave them in the comments. Yes friends, that's the story and that's where we end. If you have watched until here, it means you liked the video. You can subscribe to my channel, express your opinions in the comments, or support us by liking the video. Goodbye, see you in the next video.